Hey, what's up, Facebook? I don't know what the connection is going to be like on this one, but I need to be doing it earlier anyway because I'm doing it far too late. So today I want to be talking about giving people the best version of yourself. Now, the past couple of days, for the people that will have tuned in, will have realised that my mood and level had come all the way back down. And in fact, if you look over the week, it's actually gone up and down like a yo-yo. That is living proof that life will do that to you on a daily basis. You know, you're not always going to be on that high level. You're not always going to be all the way up there. You know what I mean? So for people that feel like everything gets on top of them and you feel like you can't get yourself out of that rut, then let me tell you, it's okay. And it looks like it's back. Right, what I was saying was that it's not always going to be easy to get your mood all the way up there when you're struggling with things that are going on in your head and you can't figure stuff out. And for those of you that, you know, feel like the people who are successful always have this amazing mindset and have this super positive level that they're on 100% of the time, let me tell you, that's not the case. You know, like, these lives are going to be living proof that when people are scaling up through life and when people are getting things done and succeeding and achieving what they want, that they're going to be going on low days. You know, like the past few days I've been lower than I've been in a very long time, and it's been really hard to get myself back up there, you know, and that's just the way it is, you know. Like, if you're not going to experience those difficult times, you're not under the pressure to grow. And let me tell you, I've been under pressure. I don't know why. I mean, I've been talking to the boys, Harry and Jack, and I've been saying to them, like, that's just sometimes the way things are, you know. Like, sometimes you're not on that level, you know. Like, you feel knackered, you're tired, you can't be cracking on and concentrating with what you got to do, and it's okay to feel like that, because if you pile pressure on that's already on there, you're going to be backing yourself even further into a hole, and you don't want to be doing that. I mean, if you're in a shit situation, then at least face forward and at least try and fight your way out of it. Like, I know up here that eventually something will snap and I'll come back to life and all of that fight and drive will come back, but for the past couple of days I can't even explain it to you. It's been tough. It's been fucking hard, to put it, you know, lightly. And, you know, I'm not going through an awfully difficult time. You know, people are going through, but, you know, there's different levels of what are. You know, there's, if you put absolute content, absolute happiness and depression, well, we're always somewhere in the middle of that. You know, we're always up and down, and that's just the way life is. You know, that's how it has to be, unfortunately. You're never going to change that. So if you can accept that for what it is, instead of thinking of that as some, you know, ultra depressive, upsetting thing, then you're at least going to make progress that way. You know, I mean, I try to distance myself, and, you know, thanks for the comment, Ben. No, you're exactly right. You know, that's exactly what it is. I mean, to elaborate on that as well, and to add my little bit on that, is that, of course, those highs and lows of finding out what you're all about. You know, for me, it was like the realization that if I want to motivate and inspire people, then I have to be able to do that even when I'm on those shit times, even when I'm on that shit level. And I mean, I've actually realized that's going to be harder than you expect. I mean, if you think people need you to be up there, that's what a great leader does. That's what somebody who's going to lead people into a higher place of themselves. You're going to have to be up there. So my challenge now, and something I've recently figured out, is how am I going to get up there? You know, how am I going to get myself up on that level again? Because it's not easy. How you doing, Manuel? And it's, you know, but it's like I say, I mean, for me, the way I deal with that, the way is coming and training with the lads, you know, going down the gym, like whatever it is for you, then I suggest you do it. You know, it might be going on a countryside walk, it might be going and, you know, doing something that gets you away from the life for a little bit, you know, away from this constant like drill of you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. I mean, I saw a post the other day that said, whatever you do during the day, it's enough. Be happy with that, you know. And I really love that. You know, it definitely made sense to me, because if I put so much pressure, and I know that a lot of you are parents, a lot of you are husbands and wives, and you've got a lot of things going on, and you've got work that's piling on you, and you don't feel like you spend time with the kids, which is, you know, it's a difficult reality unless, you know, you find that way to change that. And I just suggest you sometimes take a moment just to get yourself out of that. You know, whether you've got to find the time. You've got to. You know, people are going to say, well, I can't. You know, it's easy for you to say you haven't got kids, you haven't got this. And I respect that, but that kind of talk isn't going to get you out of the situation you're in. You know, for me, it was going, you know, to Harry's hometown down in Alnwick and spending a weekend down there. It was getting myself out of this consistent routine, and you know what, it actually did wonders. It was a good thing, you know. I enjoyed myself, and I think that's what people forget to do. They forget to enjoy themselves, because and especially if you've got children and things like that, and you end up feeling guilty for spending time with yourself. And how can you do that? How can you feel guilty? Because if you're not, you know, giving yourself attention and giving yourself time, then you're not going to be able to give your kids the best version of yourself. It's exactly the title of the video. Give people the best version of yourself. And sometimes that means being selfish. Sometimes that means taking yourself out of a situation for an hour, 2 hours, a couple of days, or a week if necessary, and just clearing your head and realigning everything that you've got to do and everything that you want to do and achieve and crack on with. Because, you know, there will be days when I miss doing these videos, and that's not a good thing. But at the same time, if I'm just getting a little bit of reassurance from Harry now. But you see, if I'm not getting my head where it has to be, I'm not going to provide the content that's going to be allowing people to resonate with what I'm saying. And, you know, like the past couple of videos, there'll be people probably watching and thought, well, that's not really giving me what, you know, that's not the fire that we've seen him capable of. But it's a good example of the evidence that you're not always going to be 100% buzzing, and you know, that's just life. You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to accept that. So, you know, for me, it's taken a couple of days, but you know, just keep on moving forward. You know, depression might be a thing for some people, but I think if you get it up here and you fight hard enough, you can get out of it, because it's like anything, you know, there's always a solution to a problem, and it's just about finding that solution. If you haven't found it, keep searching and have faith. Because the minute you lose faith and you give up, which is just criminal for life, and the minute that you don't respect what life is throwing at you, is the minute that you just stay in limbo, and that will be your life forever. So, you know, a bit more of an upbeat video today. And you know, there will be ups and downs, and for people that stay, people that will be from the beginning to the end, you know, you're going to see that, and hopefully you can take bits and pieces from that as well. But this is me finishing this video off. Have a lovely evening. Thank you for the guys that commented and liked. Appreciate that. Take care of yourselves, and speak to you tomorrow.